If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help the video out, even if I don't deserve it because I'm terrible at video games. And if you want to follow me on Twitter for absolutely no reason, the link for that is down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? Timmy here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Tranmere Save. This is the FM Road to Glory. We started at Cumbraland Celtic. We had 3 seasons there. We won the league in the 3rd season on the last day on goal difference. And now we are here at Tranmere in League 2. And as you can see, we are top of the table. 3 games played. We have absolutely smashed it. We've had such a good start to the season. We are about to play a very good outfit in Bradford City. We then have a cup game, which I'm going to skip over because who needs to see that? And then we're going to go into another league game. Where are Newport? There then. There they are. Couldn't see them for the trees. So there they are. Wrexham in the relegation zone, having been promoted. Newport were lucky last year to survive. They're not doing too well. Why do I care? I was born in Newport, so it kind of makes sense. So in terms of how we've done, we beat Solihull Moors 3-1 opening day of the season. We then went 2-0 up against Hull in the space of 2 minutes toward the back end of the game, and then they came back and levelled the game. It went to penalties, and apparently we don't have anyone who knows how to take penalties. Not one single player I had on that pitch had over 9 penalty taking. And then we went and beat Colchester 5-0. And just for good measure, we beat Torquay 5-0 as well. Now, Torquay are one of those teams I think are probably tipped to go down or be in and around the bottom. So I'm not taking too much from that. Colchester, I really don't know where they should be in this. I mean, with 4 seasons in, I don't know where anyone's meant to be. So Bradford, I know, are going to be challenging for the top, which obviously we would like to do as well. I was kind of aiming for playoffs at the start of the season, but to be honest, given the start that we've had, and I'm not saying, 3 games in, we're top of the league, we should be looking to win it now. I think automatic promotion should be on the cards for us. Like, there are 3 automatic places. We have to be trying to get the 3rd one. I mean, I'd love to win the league, but trying to get the 3rd one has to be on the agenda. Let's skip on because, like I said, Bradford up next, and we're going to go in to look at the team. We do have an injury to one of our main players. You might have seen it in the scheduling screen. It is Rolando Aarons, who is injured for between 2 and 4 weeks. He was out for about 5 or 6. We've had to bring in Smith, Kimani Smith from the reserves. He was one of the players that when I joined, I didn't really deem worthy of playing. I've had to bring him back in because apparently we don't have anyone who can play on that left-hand side. Apart from Callum Hendry, actually. He's very good and he can play there, but I've been bringing him on as a sub-striker. I'm going to start Hendry. Jolly picked up a knock in the last game. He came off the bench, had a bit of a knock. We don't have many or any sub-strikers, so Kimani Smith can play as a striker or left and right. He's good to have as a utility. And Hendry is the player I've been bringing on for someone like Stutter or even Timmy up top. So that sounded funny in my head. I don't really know what to do. Ollie Wright comes on. This guy, who we signed, by the way, I don't have room for. I just cannot get him in the team. And because he's now 21, unfortunately, he doesn't count as an under-21 player. So yeah, I'm going to have to loan him out, even though I've brought him in to be a backup centre-back. I did say that I think I've signed too many centre-backs, and that is true. I have too many of them. Let me bring on Odusina, who is going to complain at me soon because he's meant to be a star player, and he has played almost no football whatsoever. But those 2 are by far the best players in the team. Like, Lavelle is one of the best defenders, if not the best centre-back in the league. And Jackson has a couple of goals to his name. 1 goal, 1 assist. Not a couple of goals at all, just 1. No, yeah, he has 2. He has 2. He's got 1 in the league and he's got 2 in friendlies. You know, don't let yourself down. But, I mean, I'm not going to swap them out for anyone because what's the point? Let's get into it. Morale's up. Everyone's fit, or for the most part anyway. It feels weird playing for a professional football club, or at least managing a professional football club. That do I want to always press him? Not really. that train all the time, rather than a semi-professional one where it was almost impossible to keep the fitness of anyone outside of the starting 11 up. So here we go. We are playing Bradford. Now, if we can beat Bradford and we put on a show, and I would say that we can beat them comfortably, honestly, there's no reason why we can't challenge for this title, because we have a good team, and I know we've got a good team. But if we can push Bradford aside, a team who are also threatening to win the league, oh my days! When you start a player and you want them to make a name for themselves so you can start them again, that's the kind of thing you want them to do. So that is a very good goal from a player who hasn't started this season. What a goal! But like I was saying, Bradford are going to go for the title. Cheltenham, I think, are probably going to be the main challengers, but Bradford are going to be up there. If we can dispatch them quite comfortably, yes, there's a long way to go, but there's no reason why we can't challenge for this title. I didn't really know what to expect, because obviously last season, the caretaker manager just about kept them up. I think they stayed up by about 5 points or something, maybe a little bit more. But they were down there. They were down the bottom of the league. I've come in, the media have predicted us mid-table, and the board want us to win the league, or gain promotion anyway. I'm really not... It's such a confusing place to be at the moment. I really don't know what to think of it. I like the club, and I like the players that we have here, and the backroom staff are good, and the money situation is dodgy. We are... Oh, look at that for a ball, and Stutter absolutely slams it home. We are 2-0 up against title-challenging Bradford inside of 25 minutes. But yeah, my point is, I like the club a lot. You know, sometimes you go in and you go into a club, or you start a save and you just don't feel it. I'm feeling this. I like this club. I want to do well here. But I just do not understand the whole where we're meant to finish. You know, like, if I finish outside of the playoffs, am I going to get sacked because they wanted me to get automatic promotion? But the media would have said that that would be a successful season. So I really don't know. We just need to keep putting points on the board. And at the moment, we are doing it well. The team that we've assembled is pretty damn sexy. And the beautiful thing about this is I've gone complete Moneyball with it as well. We've not spent a penny. Mason down this left-hand side puts a good ball into the box. Oh, and it's too easy for Daryl Horgan, who makes it 3-0 inside of half an hour. And that is game over. I don't care how bad we are at the back. That's game. We will go on to... I'm not going to say it. We should go on to win this game. I mean, he's the smallest man in... He's like Dennis Wise. And he still scores. The defence need a bit of a telling off there. But we are top. Cheltenham are 2-0 down to Exeter, which is something that I didn't see coming. Exeter are a playoff challenging team at the moment, but still. Horgan goes down under a challenge, or it could go from bad to worse here for Bradford, and it will do. They have had a red card. Scales has been sent off. So... bear in mind, we were 3-0 up before the red card. Timmy is through on goal, takes it around the goalkeeper. Big Timmy Abraham makes it 4-0. Well, well, well. What a game to watch. We've gone on 2 5-0s, and it is looking as though we will be able to do this again here. Lavelle nodded it down to Stutter, who played a great ball. I'll tell you what, Abraham and Stutter up front are fantastic. First game against Solihull Moors, I had them the other way round, and they weren't really too good. In fact, I think only one of them scored, and the other one didn't really get involved. Since swapping them around now and putting Stutter as the advanced forward and Timmy as the pressing forward, it's just unstoppable. 5-0 in the first half against Bradford. And not only are we beating them, we are demolishing this title challenge inside. And I say that, and I keep saying title challenge inside. You're probably all thinking, Bradford are like a bottom of the league team, mate. What are you? They've started the league well, and they did well last season as well. So they are a team that I would expect to be up there. And the fact that we've got 5 against them in the first half is unbelievable. Red card or no red card, that is crazy. In fact, it's going so well, I don't even know if I should waste your time with the second half, because unless something dramatic happens here, I mean, 46 minutes in, we've got a ball into the box, Hunt is there, and he probably should have made it 6. He should have at least hit the target. But what a start this is to the season. Absolutely unreal. Cheltenham still trailing, which now would put us 3 points clear after 4 games. Wow. If they can, I mean, I can't imagine we're going to lose the game from here, right? But I would like to keep a clean sheet. If we have to concede, I don't want to concede more than one. I like the defence. The two centre-backs are fantastic. I would really rather not concede for their morale more than anything. Plus, I feel like they're good enough that we shouldn't concede. But it is what it is. Let me just skip to the end of the game, because I just don't really see this going pear-shaped from here. And pear-shape, it didn't. We've literally just done what Liverpool did to Man United at Old Trafford that one season. Scored 4 in the first half, got 1 just after the break, and then just coasted the rest of the game. Any excuse to tell that story, really. But what a game. Ended up just switching out 2 of the central midfield players and took Jackson off. Brought in the former Norwich centre-back, I think, just to give him some game time more than anything, and to keep Jackson's legs fresh. But that is, I think, for the first time that I can recall in my Football Manager career, winning 5-0 back to back to back. There's no way we can continue that, because I mean, there's so many like variables in football. To be able to keep winning 5-0 is a bit of a weird scoreline, but wow, what a start. I mean, the goal difference more than anything is it's going to be pretty good reading. We have 17 goal difference compared to the second highest, which is 6 of Gillingham. Cheltenham did end up losing, incidentally, so Gillingham and Cheltenham are going to be the teams in the chasing pack right now. Now, next up, I do have a cup game against Hartlepool, which we're going to skip over because I don't really care too much about EFL Trophy. So I thought it'd be interesting to go and have a look to see what teams were relegated from League One. And just looking at the top of the league first, Nottingham Forest went down into League One. They went up as champions, Derby County up as well, and Rotherham. But going down to the bottom of the league then, Bradford, who we just beat 5-0, finished bottom of League One last year. So definitely a team that you'd expect to be challenging for promotion in League Two. Dispatched them. Cheltenham and Gillingham are the teams that are in the chasing pack with us. So they are in second and third place, as you'd expect. Colchester, who were the team that were the highest up, they finished 21st, 1 point behind Northampton even. We played Colchester and we beat them 5-0. So, yeah, we have a team capable of dispatching League One relegation sides. So, cup game played. You're not going to believe this. I couldn't quite believe it myself. Yeah, we won 5-0. What is that? 4 5-0s in a row. It's not going to happen now, though. Bristol Rovers are a very good side. They finished in the playoffs last season. I think they lost in the final. So, yeah. Again, this is another one of those teams that are going to be competing for the top places in the league. Oldham and Exeter are the other 2 teams outside of Gillingham and Cheltenham that I think are going to be up there as well, because they, again, finished in playoffs last season. So we have them to contest next. Now, in terms of the team selection, I've put it back together. This is not the team we played against Hartlepool. Incidentally, I rotated quite heavily. Maybe you can, maybe you can't see it. So I played Kamani Smith. Jolly I didn't play. And there were a few others. They're all fit now because I've given them all a day off, like full rest. But I played all the bench, basically. I gave them all a start, including the centre-back. And we still beat Hartlepool 5-0. Now, of course, they are in our division, so we will have to play them in the league at some point. And I'm hoping we can kind of do the same thing again, you know, another 5-0. But today, it's all about the victory. Whether we win by 5, whether we win by 1, I don't care. We just need to keep putting points on the board. We will undoubtedly have a mid-season or just any point in the season dip. And we cannot afford to... I say we cannot afford it. It was fun in Cumbrian Celtic when we sort of let the lead slip. Because we were 10 points clear at one point in that division. And we ended up falling behind TNS and then ended up having to come back and beat them on the final day. Or at least beat them to the title on the final day. That was fun. I don't really want to go through that again. Because I can't cope with that. So if we are going to go up automatically, I kind of want to make sure that it's secure quite early on if we're capable. So let's just keep putting 3 points on the board. 34 minutes in though, that was their first attack that I could see. They have had a shot on target according to the stats before that, though. Here come Finley. That was our first. This is them. Right, I'm confused. So there's Matthews, Finley. We're yellow, right? I thought for some reason one of their players has got the same name as one of our players. This is the one that they're not passing to. Yeah, Abraham's. That isn't the same name, but in my mind it was the same, like Abraham. And I just... Anyway. Corner, because the goalkeeper has butter all over his hands. Exeter have beaten Newport, which is bad news for us in terms of Exeter putting pressure on the top four, or top three, I should say. Grant gets in. Couldn't quite put the ball across goal. Finley back to Martinez, back out to Grant. He looked offside. Linesman disagrees, and it will be a throw-in. Well. We've had 2 shots, they've had 2 shots. It's equal. It's even. It's a bit different from the Bradford game, isn't it? You know, you win a game 5-0 4 times in a row, and you feel like you should be beating everyone 5-0. Sam Lavelle at the back post. That is one of the reasons why he's in the team. Not just because he's one of the best defenders in the league, but he's good in the air, and both of our centre-backs are good in the air as well. That is very, very good heading. Big fan of that. So we have pretty good deliveries into the area from dead ball situations, and we have people who can head them home. We score a lot of corners. We score a lot of indirect free kicks as well, which is nice to see. This would put us 5 points clear of Gillingham if the scores everywhere else remain the same. And I did say at the beginning, I didn't care if we won 5-0 or 1-0, so long as we get the 3 points. Abraham through. It's been cut out. Here come Bristol Rovers. I am a little bit nervous against these because I know that they're capable of scoring goals, and they have started the season particularly well as well. So it's not done and dusted yet. Here's Timmy Abraham. Can he thread it through? Horgan is a little bit slow on his heels. Ball played forward, up and over the top. We're going to get this. What a weird highlight. Back and forth 4 times now. Here's Mason down this left-hand side. And he's lost it again. And again they smash it forward, and again they lose it. What is going on? Ball played into Stutter, and he scores, and he's onside. That was a very strange highlight. I thought they were going to score, then we nicked the ball, then wow. Anyway, 2-0. Not an ounce of offside in that. The linesman didn't want to know. Ball played over the top. Is it from Boateng? And he's just there, sat in the pocket between the 2 centre-backs. And I think they probably should have done better with it, if we're honest. But they didn't, and I'm okay with it. Half an hour remains. 2-0 up. Looking quite comfortable now, actually. More possession, more shots. They haven't had a shot in the second half, which is good news for us. In terms of subs, I think Callum Hendry could do with coming off. Doesn't really... I mean, can Kieran Morris... Yeah, Kieran Morris can come on and play there. I think Sam Lavelle could do with coming off as well. So we're going to bring on the former... He is former Norwich, yeah? I'm saying it because I can't say his name. Odusina? Odusina comes on. There we go. Odusina. He will come on. And hopefully we can keep this clean sheet. I mean, you know, winning the game 2-1 is fine, but if you can keep a clean sheet, it's going to do our goal difference the world of good. And not that we need it right now, but you never know what's going to happen mid-season. Here's Morris, plays it into Abraham, slips it between the post and the goalkeeper. And Timmy Abraham is an absolute goal machine. Fantastic. 3 goals to the good against a team who are going to be challenging is a very good place to be indeed. I think I'm going to enjoy this season. I think we're fantastic, and I don't know why. I've only ever really gone into a new club or even into a season in general and looked at signing free players in the lower leagues, and I'm not talking League 2 because for me League 2 isn't even a lower league. League 2 is a professional, fully standing league. So in the Welsh second tier and even the Premier League down there, signing free agents is what it's all about. You very rarely spend money unless you are the top club. So if you take over TNS, for example, you will be spending money on transfer budgets and things. You will be buying players. But when it comes to the other teams in that division, you never really buy the players. You just offer them contracts, and that's the end of it. So to be able to come here and not spend any money and literally do what I've been doing at Cumbrae Celtic, but here in League 2, which is a far better league, much more of an established league and actually do it to the point where we can build a title challenge inside, I'm very, very happy with it, because I've never really done it before. I've always gone, right, let's spend some money, because that's what you do in Football Manager. You just buy players. I went and looked for free agents everywhere and found some really good ones, and ones that I would never have found had I just gone in like I normally do and looked to spend money. Stutter, back to Morris. Can we make it 4? No. If we can make it 4 with 5 minutes to go, you never know. We can make it 5. Corner, Hunt to whip this in. Odricina off the line and in. Mason scores. Abraham kicked it off the line. Did he not? We're going to get to see a replay. That was weird. So corner comes in. Hunt whips it. It's off. I mean, it's a save, I think. There he is. Abraham tries to hit it back in. Maybe he thinks, oh, I can't beat the post because I'm level with it. I'm not sure. Can we go for that 5th? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go positive. It's probably too late to try it. Morris, Mason, Merry back to Mason, up to Morris. Can he play a long ball? Look for that ball over the top. Stutter and Timmy are there. They want it. Here is Timmy. Into Stutter. Back to Hunt, over to Morris. I really want this 5th. I want to keep the 5-0s going, which is just crazy to think. Morris into Abraham. Stutter through to Morris, to Horgan, square it. Oh, it's a shame. He's gone all the way back to Hunt. Here's Hales, not known for his goal-scoring prowess. He's known for crossing, though. There's Hunt. Abraham. Oh, that's a shame. I feel like that's a wasted chance, to be honest. I feel like we could have scored our 5th there. Ah, it's over. We've started the decline. We've had 4 5-0s back to back to back, and now we've only won 4-0. Absolutely shocking performance. I mean, can we keep this going? Probably not, but I'm gonna lap it up while we are currently in this. Colchester beat Cheltenham, which is going to really, really damage Cheltenham's hopes. They've lost 2 in a row now. Bristol are outside of the playoffs as well. Colchester are down there in 11th. Exeter, Gillingham are the teams to beat right now. So before I leave you, and I'm going to skip forward quite a lot, because if we go and have a look at the schedule, look at the state of that. We haven't conceded since that game against Hull. We've only conceded 1 goal all season. That is 100% not going to last. We do have Gillingham soon, but I'm not going to come back for Gillingham because there's only 3 games away. So, obviously, I'll keep an eye on... Oh, I tell you what, I wouldn't mind coming back for the Newport game. Not that it's going to be one of those games that is too significant for anyone other than myself, but I would like to play Newport. Then again, I don't really want to beat Newport. Where do I come back? Good question. I don't want to come back too soon because I would kind of like to fly through this season as quickly as possible. Just because I feel like this save could get very lengthy and a little bit mundane unless we start to get... I just want to try and cram a lot into one episode, so not necessarily loads of games, but, you know, the early starts to the season are all well and good, but the mid-season stuff, it isn't as exciting. So, where do I come back? I'm really not sure. Probably November. I might get all of the rest of September out of the way. All of October, which is a lot of games to play, incidentally. And then maybe come back for possibly Wrexham and Exeter. 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. So Wrexham, newly promoted from the Vanarama, looking to establish themselves and then obviously spend that money and go up. And then, of course, Exeter, who are going to be a team who are going to challenge for that title as well. So that could be a good place to come back. It's a lot of games to play between now and then, but I'm up for the challenge. In terms of our strike partnership, it is pretty damn sexy. So Timmy Abraham, who, incidentally, we signed on a free from Fulham. Big fan of that signing. They are a Premier League outfit now, and they let him go for nothing. He was out of contract, obviously, but the fact that they've just let his contract run down, like, this isn't a rich Premier League team. They are newly promoted from the Championship. He was at Newport in 21-22, scored 9 goals in 42 games. He's now at us in League 2, but, of course, he is that much older, and I would imagine, no disrespect to Newport, but I would imagine he has better players around him now than he did have when he was at Newport. But 7 goals in 5 games is pretty damn impressive, but not quite as impressive as Stutter, who I don't know of in real life. I've never heard of this guy in my life. We signed him on a free from Chelsea, which is that's a big drop for someone who's in the Chelsea Academy, or rather the West Ham Academy into the Chelsea Academy, whatever. Signed him on a free, out of contract again. Chelsea didn't want to renew. I'm guessing there were other clubs in for him, but we were the ones that picked him up. 4 goals and 4 assists in 5 games. Timmy is probably playing better than he is, but for someone that I didn't know existed, he's doing pretty damn well. It was a bit of a gamble, to be fair, as well. Like, he has good finishing, but that's the only technical stat that he actually has. He's got very good physicals and very good mental stats for a player of this level, but in terms of his technical ability, it's not great. His finishing is the only thing I liked about him in that department. I just kind of thought we could use that pace and see if we could turn it into a goal-scoring machine. And so far, even with 9 passing, he has 4 assists. Very, very happy with the front 2. And the defence in general, they are very, very good. But big fan of this team. They're all playing well above 7s. Even the players who come on and play bit parts at the moment, they're all playing well above their station as well. The league is looking healthy. Hopefully when I come back, our goal difference will be significantly better from all the 5-0s that we've had, and we'll be home and dry, and we would have won the league by January. If you have enjoyed this episode of the FM Road to Glory, do me a favour and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.